Yeah, we're in control as much as we can be. We know that this event is extremely tough. Feel extremely fortunate to be where we're at right now, but also have a very good understanding about the difficult road ahead and wanting to keep composed and patient and positive every single game, every single shot, because we know it's going to be such a difficult event. So very happy with the results so far.
I asked Brad this last night, and I'll ask you: are you surprised to be 5-0 in this field?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the one thing that we've done really well so far is not set any sort of expectations. There's no goal in terms of an overall record. It's just putting everything we have into every single shot, every single game, and to us, that's the way you're going to be able to have some success if you're going to at this event is not to think too far ahead, look at who you're playing, because it doesn't matter who you're playing. Every single game is going to be extremely difficult, and I think we've done a really good job of handling that so far.
Compared to 2013 when you won, where everything was, you were still learning how to deal with success at that point, now you guys seem to be following a map, right? That you know exactly the step-by-step what it takes to win a Brier, and you're just going out and clicking off check boxes, it seems like.
Yeah, I think we've grown in a lot of ways, and since our win in 2013, and I think that is one of the areas that we've really improved upon is having an understanding of what it takes to compete at this level, not just in one event, but event to event, and doing it over the course of a year and peaking at the right time, and how to handle such a tough field this year. It's going to come down to whoever stays mentally tough throughout the duration of the event, and obviously someone who's going to get the breaks along the way, because every single team's tough. So I think we've grown in a lot of ways, but especially in that regard in terms of how what it takes to win.
And clearly you guys believe you're equipped to win a Brier. I mean, you've done it before, you've done it at the Olympics. This team is prepared and built with that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our goal, is to win the Brier and get back to the World Championships. Hopefully be able to defend or get that loss back and become world champions one day. So we're still a long ways away from that, but that's the overall goal this week, is to hopefully end with one more win than last year and get back to World Championships. But so much work ahead of us, and so far so good, but a long road ahead.
Yeah, kind of goal to start the week, get to as many wins as you can before you start losing them, and you want to get to 6 or 7 as fast as you can, and then hope you reel off a few at the end to get you into a good spot going into the playoffs. We got a good handle on the ice, and Brad's calling a good game, and we've been playing pretty well. So that usually means good things at the end. We were in a really tight game, and we were trailing against Saskatchewan yesterday, but there was no real panic. We knew we had to start playing a little better and making a few more shots, but maybe 4 or 5, 6 years ago we might have pushed the panic button a little bit quicker, and I think we did a really good job yesterday at handling the situation, and I think that's what we've been able to do over the last couple of years. We're much more patient. Yeah, the ice is great, and if it stayed like this the rest of the week, then you're not going to hear many people complain. Right. Usually the guys that are complaining are the guys that are losing.
Jon Mead, that was an important bounce back for the guys.
Yeah, it was wins are important, and there's certain games you have to win, and they knew that at this point being 3-2 would be a reasonable record. And so yeah, that was one that they wanted and had to have, and they played really well, really solid after a game last night that they were just a bit off.
Right. Yeah, and it is always important never to get on a slide where you lose 2 in a row at this kind of thing.
It really is, especially this year with the field. I mean, it's everybody's going to beat up on everybody, but yeah, you lose a couple in a row, and you'll feel that by the end of the week.
Right. Working with them as close as you have this season, obviously you were a rival and a peer in many ways, but now that you're connected to the team, have you gained any kind of new appreciation for them that you didn't have prior to this season?
Oh, absolutely. I had no idea the kind of full lives that they have, the kind of depth to the people that they are and their families. Really impressed with them as people. And we don't get to see that as much when we're competing every year for this prize, and so really impressed with that. Their approach to the game, their commitment to really exploring every avenue to get better and investing in the process is really impressive too. I'm not sure I would have expected that they'd have that kind of thoughtful approach.
And this being their first ride at the Brier, I mean, are you impressed with how they've handled it so far?
Yeah, I think the thing that I'm most impressed with is just their level of comfort and ease, and playing without fear. They're not overwhelmed by the moment. They're not overwhelmed by the situation. They're really grasping it and enjoying all aspects of it, and that's so critical. I mean, if there's parts of it that you're shying away from, or that you're caught up in, those distractions turn into little bits of misses here and there.
Pretty neat, yeah. Well played game from both teams. Tough to get any deuce. We gave up one in the ninth and had a little setup in the 10th. Jimmy made a nice shot, but unfortunately for him, looked like they were lined up and was able to come true. So we're happy with our second victory. Well, definitely for this week, that's the biggest thrill we've had so far, that triple takeout to win the game. It's fun to have fans and friends and families to support us, and they were very happy for us, and I think they kind of enjoyed the show too. It was a well-played game, so nice result for us. Well, 4 losses early in the event would have been very tough, especially considering the game we have tonight against Glen Howard. So hopefully that will be a momentum builder for us, and we can play a very good game, another very good game against them tonight. Haven't had a whole lot of breaks this week, but that's the first one. Well, it was a made shot by the opponent, but kind of a break that the rocks were lined up properly for me. So we took advantage of one of the few breaks we've had so far. So hopefully there's much more to come in terms of breaks.
There you go.